KNTV News Prime Edition. My name is Consolata Chibanoza. Thank you very much for being with us from morning till now. It is time for us to get a glimpse of what has been making headlines all across the nation. Kicking us off is the leader state, President William Ruto, who has said Kenya and Poland are committed to enhancing cooperation in various areas of mutual interest. He said the two nations are keen on strengthening their partnership in trade and economic affairs, agriculture and food security, and environment and climate action. He made the remarks during a media briefing with President Andrzej Duda of Poland, who is in the country for a two-day state visit. On his part, President Duda said Poland is keen on fostering strong economic relations with the country Kenya. Political leaders have urged President William Ruto to halt the proposal to introduce more tax bills in Parliament, arguing that citizens already bear a heavy burden. Speaking during the Solid Rock service at the Catholic Church of Kimatuni in the Bumula constituency, Member of Parliament Wanami Wamboka said that the government intends to impose taxes on livestock and agricultural produce, which he says may further burden ordinary citizens. Wamboka has called on the Kenyan government to prioritize efforts to revitalize public industries and establish those that will create employment and promote economic growth instead of privatizing them.
Kazi yangu kama mjumbe ni kuhakikisha kwamba kutoa ujumbe mashinani kupeleka serikali. Ukweli ni kwamba watu wetu wanaumia. Hapa chini hali ya gharama imekuwa isiyoje. Maisha ni magumu hapa chini kwa sababu kila kitu imeenda juu. Vile tunaongea hivi, tunarudi bunge wiki ijayo. Nimeambiwa iko ushuru karibu mara mbili. Rais anataka tena tupitishe. Ushuru ya kwanza ni ile ya farm produce. Saa hii ukikuwa na mazao yako ukivuna 5% KRA wanataka. Pili, kuna ile ya livestock inakuja kwamba wana propose katika hizo IMF recommendation, wanataka pia ukiwa na livestock wako nyumbani iendelee kulipiwa ushuru. Tunaomba serikali iendelee kutupa viwanda mpya, sio kufunga zile tuko nazo. Mnakumbuka Pan Pepe ilifungwa kiholela, walianza mara leasing, mara tunaleta strategic investor ikafungwa. Malakisi Jinari ilifungwa, Kitinda ilifungwa. Sasa tulikuwa tumebaki na kiwanda kamoja tu hapa Nzoia Sugar Company. Hiyo pia wanataka kukuza. Ndio mimi nikasema mimi hata nikibaki peke yangu nitaomba serikali iwachane na Nzoia. Wachane na Nzoia. Nzoia iko na shamba ekari 24,000. Hiyo ndio watu wanatafuta hiyo shamba. Ndio maana mimi nilikuwa nikitembea huko nikisema tunaomba serikali wachane na Nzoia. Watu wakafikiri nilifanya mchezo. Rais akaamua kukuja Nzoia. Kwa heshima. That is the only heritage sasa tumebaki nayo. Hasa mtauza hivi wana yote yetu, sisi tufanye nini? Wengine wanasikia vibaya kwa msimamo wangu. Lakini msimamo wangu ni wa mwananchi. Sauti yangu ni ya mwananchi. Sasa mtuombee wa Kristo. Tuko katika majaribu makubwa sana. Kuna wale wengine wanataka tu tukue yesa. Ukijaribu kutoa maoni tofauti kidogo, wanaanza kutupangia. Wanaanza kufikiria vile wataangamisha Wamboka. Wanaanza kufikiria vile watatuzima.
Now back on the story about the head of state, William Samoei Ruto, and as he received the Poland's president, here's a snippet of the speech that was given both by Kenya's president and the Polish president.
Poland is a valued partner of Kenya with common values and shared ambition and aspirations guiding our present and future relationship. We are united in our quest to enhance collaboration in trade and economic affairs agriculture and food security, environment and climate action, as well as our individual and collective contribution to multilateralism. The two MOUs, Mr. President, we have signed here bears testimony to our commitment to this collaboration. We have discussed widely on the agricultural sector, how we can leverage on the expertise that exists in dam construction, water storage, and other water technologies between our two countries, realizing that Kenya being 85% arid and semi-arid, the requirement for water storage, water technologies use, and also dam construction for water harvesting is an important component of our development program. President, for the consideration that Poland has already made, especially in the area of dairy. We already have 350 milk cooling plants around Kenya, courtesy of a program between our two countries. And I am looking forward to the speedy conclusion of the other 650 milk coolers that will help expand our dairy industry, save on the post-harvest losses because of inavailability of cold room and cold chain facilities. Our country serves as the gateway to the East African community market and boasts the largest seaport in the region. Consequently, I invite Poland to consider Mombasa and Lamu ports as possible logistical hubs for exporting products, including grains, to the region and beyond.
But we also discussed cooperation in other sectors of the agriculture. We also touched upon cooperation in the sector of modern technologies, environment protection. We also discussed various forms of winning energy from renewable sources, be it hydropower plants or be it wind farms or be it solar energy.
The fight against corruption in the country is ongoing, with the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, investigating all government debts to determine if the funds were properly utilized. Currently, the national debt stands at 10 trillion Kenyan shillings, while President William Ruto continues efforts to curb corruption. A conference on the fight against corruption was held in Naivasha, Nakuru County, to address and combat corruption. EACC leaders have stated that the national debt has been contributed to by financial mismanagement in the country, and strategies have been put in place to confront corruption suspects. Currently, Kenya's national debt stands at approximately 10 trillion shillings.
May not say is slain, because slaying that dragon is a monumental task. But we need to bring it down, at least, so that we are able to start looking at government and public entities that are free of corruption. So this is what has brought us here, and you can see members of parliament are here. You can also see the top notch of the EACC is here, because we take this work very seriously to ensure that corruption does not come back into the country. Any small magnitude of that corruption needs to be dealt with immediately, and we need to have a corruption-free country from now henceforth. This is what we want to hear from SEC, what it is that they require from us, and we will actually be exploring means and ways of dealing with everything that is brought before us. Thank you.
We are here as the Ethics and Corruption Commission, together with the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee of Parliament, basically to look at how we can work together, join our forces in order to fight this thing called corruption. The Legal Affairs Committee is the oversight committee that oversees the work of EACC, and therefore that is where we bring our requests regarding our budgetary allocations. This is where we also look at the laws and legal framework that can help us in efficiency and effectiveness in the fight against corruption. And so if we work together and we are agreed on a framework that can help us move this country forward, it will be much, much easier, because corruption, it requires a multi-agency approach. And we believe that in this way we can be able to develop a good framework that can help us in various aspects of fighting corruption.
Now, new twist in the Nakuru Memorial Hospital land battle as directors, land officials charged afresh in the Nakuru court. More charges preferred against Simon Mwangi Watene, Roger Jocelyn, Kipkemboi Marindich, Kigen Peter Nzuki, and Stephen Kihenjo, as DPP claims previous charges had errors. A total of 23 charges preferred against the 5. Charges range from fraudulent procuring of land registration documents, forgery, abuse of office, and conspiracy to defraud.
Count 1 is for all the 5 accused. The charge of fraudulent procuring registration of document that on 7th day of April 2021 at the Ministry of Land at the House, the Republic of Kenya, jointly with others not before court, we procured extension of lease for 50 years in respect of a parcel in the municipality, Block 11 of the 107, which led to issuance of certificate of lease to Nakuru War Memorial Hospital Limited. Accused is true or not true? Not true. Second? You just not true. Third? Not true. Fourth? Not true. Fifth? The second count is for jointly with others not before court, with intent to defraud, you forged a signature of Robert Otiti in a document, namely proposed list extension for Nakuru Municipality Block 11 oblique 107, and purporting that the said document originated from the Ministry of Land, Provincial Surveyor Office, Yutibari, and signed by the said Robert Otiti. That you knew false or untrue. Simon, is it true or not true? Not guilty. Yeah. Roger? Not true. Kipkemboi? Not true. Count 3 involve Mwangi, Roger, and Kipkemboi.
Again, the hearing is on 31st July, 5th and 7th of August. Mention on mention on 28th February for pre-trial proceedings. So, Ms. Lena, ensure that you have all the witness statements and documentary evidence. Since it is a process, that is a pre-trial proceeding and process, let all the accused persons attend court physically when they will be supplied with all those documents.
Still in the courts, the widow of the late Jonathan Moi, Faith Moi, has made a heartfelt public appeal for assistance in securing medical treatment for her son. Faith, who was married to Jonathan Moi, the son of former Kenyan President Daniel Arap Moi, revealed the dire health condition of her son during a press conference in Nairobi earlier today through her lawyer, Duncan Okach. She appealed to well-wishers, philanthropists, and the broader community for financial assistance to cover the costs of medical treatment, which she described as substantial.
But what is happening today is a very sad situation. We have a situation whereby this particular estate is not being dealt with properly. We have a situation where the executrix of this estate, Jan Mohammed, has filed for confirmation of a grant of probate. She has refused to disclose even a penny that the former head of state owned. When you are filing for confirmation of grant, all lawyers will tell you that you must attach a schedule of distribution that shows what is going to who. To this particular extent, the executrix has refused, actually is working against the estate with the blessings of some of the children of the former president or instructions from them, to a point whereby we have our client here by name Faith Moi. She has the youngest grandson of the former president by the name Gift Moi. That youngest grandchild today has been turned into a beggar. That youngest grandchild today is actually begging all Kenyans of goodwill to assist him. He's a 14-year-old boy who needs urgent medical attention, urgent surgery. By the 16th, this boy is supposed to go, 16th of this month, to go for surgery. We have filed applications in court. We have indicated kindly, out of all what the former president owned, just accord 2.5 million, which is required by the hospital. That has been pending in this court for a whole year. And even the executrix herself, who has access to bank accounts, she has refused even to tell us how much is there. Not even to tell us. She has refused to even give us even a coin towards the medical attention, very urgent medical attention of this young boy.
The formula for disbursing the Kenya Primary Equity in Education Fund is discriminatory and should be reviewed. These are the words of Kirinyaga Senator Kamau Murango speaking at Dr. Babla Girls Secondary School in Mwea. Murango expressed concern that the economic disparities among constituencies in the country will widen if a proper formula is not devised. He said Mwea constituency is in semi-arid areas as the areas to share the billions in the equalization fund, but the ministry opted it out. He said this was done deliberately to deny ASAL counties a chance to accelerate development, bearing in mind some of the schools in the lower part of Mwea like South Ngariama and Wamumu. Now ASAL stands for arid and semi-arid lands.
Ugavi wa pesa ya Kenya Primary Equity in Education ambayo hii pesa ilizilipeana kutoka Ministry of Education. Niseme ya kwamba kwa mara nyingine sisi watu wa Kirinyaga hatujaridhika na venye iligawa. Tunaona wenzetu kutoka Nyeri wamepata pesa, Kiambu wamepata pesa. Lakini pia Kirinyaga tuko na wanafunzi wengine na walimu na shule ambazo ziko katika hali mbaya sana. Sana shule zetu kutoka sehemu za Mwea, uende South Ngariama, zingine za matope. Walimu wanakaa chini ya miti, hata wana mahali ambapo wanaweza kaa ili wafanyie kazi yao. Lakini wakati naona sisi tumeachwa nje, najiuliza hawa watu wanagawa pesa wakiwa na rombi ama anakuja kuona zile shule ambazo zinahitaji kusaidiwa. Kwa hivyo ningetaka siku ya leo kusema ya kwamba mimi nahuzunika na nimeandika barua kwa sababu mimi ni mtu wa kuandika barua. Naelewa kwamba maendeleo itokangi kwa masishi na taarifa katika vilambu vya kukunywa pombe, na kwa hivyo ndio maana naandika barua na nimeandika tena kuhusu kunyimwa kwa mgao wa pesa ambayo inakuja kuinua hali ya shule zetu za msingi katika kaunti ya Kirinyaga. Na ningeambia PS asigawe pesa akiwa na rombi na CS wake Machogu, wakuja waangalie shule, waone shida zenye tuko nazo huku ili waweze kusaidia zile shule pia, kwa sababu watoto wa Kirinyaga ni watoto wa Kenya.
Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology is fully prepared for the students who are currently going through the competency-based curriculum, CBC. The university's Deputy Vice Chancellor for Planning, Administration and Finance, Professor Aggrey Thuo, says that they are fully prepared because most of their research and innovation programs are CBC-oriented. He says, for instance, that way before the CBC concept was mooted in this country, as a university, they had already started a section on technology transfer and innovations which are CBC related.
Today marks the beginning of an inventive week where we will be having an innovation week. This innovation week is there to showcase what the student, the staff, and the university in general and the community have been doing in upscaling the products of their research and their various activities at the university in the form of technology, in the form of research, and in the form of the various products that they are generating from various researches. So it is there to inform the world that research is not just for the library, laboratory. It's there for the community to be used in improving our livelihood, improving our development, and also ensuring that we take care of our environment. In this university, we have started a section on technology transfer, and also we have a section on extension or the outreach. And what, as a university, we are doing, we've talked about CBC. I would say even before the concept of CBC came into this country, as JOST, we are already doing it. Most of this work you are doing here came before the issues of CBC was mooted in this country. So as a university, we are fully prepared for those students going through the CBC, because that's something we have been doing. Now we will be very happy that we will be getting students who have started this initiative of knowing. One, the problem why most of the startups, most of innovations have not gone beyond the university by the innovator, the students themselves, is because for a long time most universities never had an engagement with alumni. If you have listened carefully, one of our students here is an intern. An intern is our former student who have been retained to continue with the project they were doing. And most of these people you are seeing innovating here, most of them are former students. Although they may not be working with JOST, but we have kept in touch with them. A number of lecturers, professors, they have projects where they are involving their former students. And most of them, if you talk to them, they are former students, and they have continued to keep touch with the university. On the matters to do with the CBC, we are fully prepared. We have started aligning those curricula which were not CBC compliant. And I think by the end of this year, the director is here, all our curricula will be CBC.
Away from that, the residents of Kajiado North in Kenya are eagerly seeking casual job opportunities amidst the construction of the Ngong-Riruta railway line, with hopes of contributing to the project's development and earning a livelihood. Locals are eager to participate. However, challenges such as accessing information about job opportunities and transparent recruitment processes have been highlighted. Local leaders are advocating for increased transparency from project authorities, while the construction company has expressed its commitment to engaging local labor. Despite these challenges, there is a collective resolve to address concerns and ensure inclusive participation in the railway construction, which holds the potential to transform both transportation infrastructure and economic empowerment in the region.
Kwanza tumekuwa na mkutano wa public participation ambao umeitwa na Kenya Railways, na sisi kama washikadau tumehudhuria. Number one, tunataka tushirikiane na wao, kazi yao iwe rahisi, lakini mwananchi wa Kajiado North awe kwa faida, kwa sababu hii reli iko na faida nyingi. Kuna mambo ya kusupply materials, mambo ya wafanyikazi. Tunataka ifaidi watu wa Kajiado Kaskazini. Nataka pia nimewapea ilani, kwa sababu Kenya Railways hawana shida, wameleta contractor. Contractor wao ni lazima afanye kazi kulingana na vile watu chini wanasema. Hivyo ni kusema haezi kukuja na wafanyikazi kutoka sehemu zingine, na watu wetu wamekuwa na kilio kikubwa kwamba wakati reli ilitengenezwa SGR kuna mambo yalifanyika sio sawa. Mara hii tutarekebisha kwa kuweka mkaaji wa hapa kama liaison, na baadaye tuwe na mtu ambaye anaweza kuwakilisha watu kwa mambo ya ajira, ili waweze kupata faida. Miezi 8 ambayo kazi itakuwa ikiendelea, iwe mtu wa Kajiado North ndiye ameweka pesa kwa mfuko kulingana na vile serikali ilituelezea.
Tumengojea hizi miradi na tunafurahia kwamba serikali imetuchagua kuwa wa kwanza kati ya miradi ambazo zimefunguka na hii serikali mpya hapa Ngong. So hii mradi ikiwa kwa njia moja ni baraka, njia nyingine inakuwa ni kama laana, kwa sababu contractors hawataki kufanya vile inafaa. Kazi imeanza na committees ambazo ni za liaisons hapa community hazijatengwa. Hivi hawa contractors wanatudhulumu kwa njia moja ama nyingine, kwa sababu hakuna watu hapo ambao wanatupatia chances watu wa eneo. Utakuta hawa contractors wamekuja na wafanyikazi wao ambao wamekuwa na wao, na si swala ambalo linaanza sasa. Wale wamekuwa kwa hii miradi wanajua.
Apart from that, we have the CSR yenye tumerequest kama viongozi, na tumesema ya kwamba number one, we want to have a public school, especially a primary school yenye itadecongest primary school zetu. Na unajua tumesema shule kwa sababu shule inakata across all regions. Haita benefit Ngong peke yake, haita benefit Ololua peke yake, ita benefit each and every person wa hii region yetu ya Kajiado, kwa sababu you will not discriminate against a student from another region mwenye amekuja kuchukua education pahali kuko na masomo. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni suggestion yetu tumepeana na ni mzuri na itacover for each and every person.
Frustrated residents of Laikipia have taken matters into their own hands by constructing a temporary bridge over the river Tigithi. The impromptu initiative comes after enduring prolonged inconvenience due to the absence of a permanent crossing structure, hindering their daily activities and access to essential services. The makeshift bridge underscores the community's resilience and determination to address their pressing needs, highlighting the challenges faced by rural populations in accessing basic infrastructure. Local authorities are urged to take swift action to provide a permanent solution to ensure the safety and convenience of residents traversing the river.
Sisi tunaomba serikali kwa sababu tumewekelea hii daraja ya miti ni ya kisasa, kwa hivyo inaweza kuoza, na hata igawa mbunge wetu Mwangi Kiujuri alituambia atajega hii daraja na tuko sawa na yeye, atajega, tunajua akisema atajega, lakini isikae sana, kwa sababu ikikaa sana kama lori imekuja na changarawe na tumeenda nyumbani itakuja kuanguka hapa. Lakini ndio tutakuwa tunasimamia hii daraja juu ya wakulima, wako na shida sana, kwa sababu hawawezi kulima mzuri, kwa sababu ukilima chakula unaweza kuipotezea kwa shamba, kwa sababu barabara hakuna. Haya barabara hata land registrar alipatiana mashamba hapa, hakupatiana njia. Bona tumekosa njia, tumekaa miaka 43. Sasa tunaomba hata kama ni idara ya usorofea ikuje itoe mabarabara ya watu kufuka ng'ambo hii, unafuka ng'ambo ile ingine, tusiwekwe kando kiasi ya kuwa tunakuwa maskini, kwa sababu hii mto ni kubwa sana, iko na mita 21. Sasa hata hii ukiweka hii logs unaona ziko hapa zitaswing, kwa sababu ile area ni pana sana.
Ndipo tuliona sisi wakaaji wa Matanya tujiunge mdogo na mkubwa, tujenge daraja yetu ya kutusaidia kuvuka na kuvukisha chakula zetu, sababu kutoka mwaka wa 1974 hatujapata daraja. Sasa ni vile tunaungana, tuanze kila mtu ajitolee, tufanye nini usuri. Wakati tulianza tuliona wajumbe wakinja wakatusaidia pande moja, tunasema shukrani. Ndio tulikaa tukaona kila wakati tutakaa tukifanya kazi, tunaona tunapotelea, tukaendelea naye serikali ikujage nyuma tukiwa tunaenda. Tukienda mbele watatukuta sisi tunaendelea.
Now, the issue of waste in Lamu has led to significant environmental pollution and contributed to the decline in fishing in Lamu County. Residents of Faza Island, under the leadership of Jafar Masood, the Lamu Islands community is facing economic hardships due to a decrease in fish catch attributed to scattered waste on the beaches. Residents and local leaders are urging people to avoid environmental pollution by proper waste disposal. Environmental cleanliness advocacy groups have volunteered to raise awareness about methods to maintain cleanliness along the coastlines.
Na tunafanya tu si ile tu kulinda kwa ajili ya mazingira, but kwa sababu pia ya community wanaitegemea. So tunawafunza jinsi ya kupata mapato endelevu kutumia hii rasilimali. Kwa mfano kurejesha ambapo pameharibika, kutumia ile uvuvi endelevu, na pia hata kwa kusafisha na kumake sure that hii takataka haifiki pwani, bali inatengenezwa ama inapelekwa panapofaa.
Tunahusia watu kwamba serikali ya kaunti inawekeza kwa sasa kujenga zile vibirika za kucollect zile takataka, na tunawasihi watu waweze kutumia njia hiyo pamoja na kuwekeza katika ile tunaita circular economy ama recycling, ili kuweza kutumia zile plastiki kuzitumia tena, kuleta matumizi mengine, kuzuia hizo plastiki kutupwa ovyo ovyo katika mazingira yetu.
Ile uchumi cha Lamu County ni bahari. Kwa hiyo sisi kama jamii tuna haja ya kuwajibika ili tuhakikisha kwamba fukwe zetu ziko sawa, ni safi na zinaingiza pesa ama zinaleta mali tofauti. Hivyo basi mimi naona kwa siri natoa wito kwa jamii, kwa serikali ya kuu na serikali ya kaunti ishikane mikono ili wajibike dhidi ya kupambana na swala hili.
Sasa hivi ukija kuangalia kwamba samaki wanaoshikwa ni samaki wadogo sana. Kwa sababu gani? Ile hakuna muda ya kuacha wakue, wanafanya kila siku, na mazingira yenyewe hayakuzi samaki sana.
Now, many deaths in the Chemase area, Tinderet constituency, are caused by bites from poisonous snakes affecting residents. Residents of Chemase in the Tinderet constituency, Nandi County, have called on the government to ensure hospitals receive sufficient medicine to treat patients bitten by poisonous snakes. They have noted frequent snake bite incidents in the area and are requesting the Kenya Medical Research Institute to investigate and provide solutions regarding this medicine. Earlier today, Anglo residents marched to Moi's main referral hospital to condemn the amputation of a baby's hand. This is a story we will look at later.
Quite a challenge because we have to refer the patients to Nandi Hills County Hospital where they are usually sorted out. But if we could get the anti-snake venom around, we would reduce the number of referrals we'll be referring to Nandi Hills and any other facility. Or also it will also deter deaths around the community.
The hospitals usually receive snake bites. We are trying to discuss with the Karebe Gold Mine management to see if we can supply the hospitals with anti-venom.
And now, as the case I was telling you about, residents went marching after the case of the child's hand being amputated happened after the nurse forgot to remove a band after wrapping the hand with the band until the hand started to rot. The hand had to be amputated to save the child's life. So far, the Health Department of Taita Taveta has said that action will be taken to the nurse on duty for the negligence.
Panga kukashifu kisa cha hivi karibuni cha mtoto wa siku 9 kukatwa mkono kwa sababu ya utepetevu wa madaktari. Mambo ya watu kuchezea maisha ya watu, na hiki si kisa cha kwanza. Kumekuwa na visa vingi sana za hapa Moi Level 4 na pale Vesu. Maisha, watu wanapoteza maisha siku baada ya siku. Maisha ambayo ingeweza kuzuiwa lakini inapotezwa kwa sababu ya utepetevu ya madaktari.
Sababu hii yote, kama kungekuwa na utendakazi mzuri, yule mtoto angekatwa mkono. Ni jambo la kusikitisha na kuhuzunisha sana. Kwa hivyo mimi naongea na uchungu sana. Popote pale alipo Madam Deputy Governor, umetuaibisha sisi kama wanawake, na sisi hatuna fujo. Sisi tunataka amani, tunataka marekebisho hususan kwa wizara ya afya.
And with that sad story, we have brought the end of today's EBN Prime Edition. My name is Consolata Chibalonza. Thank you very much for keeping me company. Until next time, good night and God bless.